Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel where we dive deep into all the drama, twists, and turns of your favorite soap opera, The Bold and the Beautiful. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the Forrester family saga, the Logan's endless schemes, and everything in between. Today, we're tackling a massive spoiler that's got the fandom buzzing: Eric Forrester's mysterious diagnosis and the question of whether Katie Logan is taking advantage of a confused old man. This is going to be a long one, folks. We're breaking it all down in detail, recapping key moments, analyzing character motivations, exploring fan theories, and speculating on what's next. Grab your coffee, settle in, and let's get into it. By the end of this video, you'll have all the insights you need to debate this in the comments. First off, let's set the stage with a quick overview of where we are in the storyline as of January 2026. The Bold and the Beautiful has been firing on all cylinders lately, with family rivalries heating up like never before. Eric Forrester, the patriarch of the Forrester clan and the legendary founder of Forrester Creations, has been at the center of some heartbreaking developments. Played brilliantly by John McCook since the show's inception in 1987, Eric has always been the glue holding this dysfunctional family together. But recently his son Ridge Forrester, portrayed by Torsten Kay, decided it was time for Eric to step back. Ridge threw a surprise retirement party for his dad, essentially pushing him out the door of the company he built from the ground up. It's a move that's divided fans. Some see it as Ridge protecting his father's health and legacy, while others view it as a power grab, sidelining the old guard to make way for new ideas. Now enter Katie Logan, played by the talented Heather Tom. Katie has been through the ringer over the years: heart transplants, betrayals, custody battles, you name it. Lately she's been feeling undervalued at Forrester Creations, especially after some corporate shakeups that left her on the sidelines. In a bold move, pun intended, Katie has decided to strike out on her own, launching a new fashion house under the Logan name. This isn't just a side hustle. It's a direct challenge to Forrester Creations, pitting sister against sister as Brooke Logan Forrester, Catherine Kelly Lang, remains loyal to Ridge and the Forrester side. Katie's new venture is all about reclaiming the Logan legacy, but she needs talent and experience to make it a success. And that's where Eric comes in. According to the latest spoilers from sources like Celebrating the Soaps and Celeb Dirty Laundry, Eric isn't content with retirement. He's itching to get back into design, to feel the fabric under his fingers and sketch out couture masterpieces. In a secret meeting with Katie, Eric pitches himself as a key asset for her new company. He wants to join forces, bringing his decades of expertise to Logan Designs, or whatever they're calling it. Katie is thrilled. Who wouldn't be? Eric Forrester on your team is like having Michael Jordan join your pickup basketball game. But here's where the controversy kicks in. Is Eric in his right mind? The spoilers hint at a potential diagnosis that's making Eric act out of character. Rumors are swirling about dementia or Alzheimer's, something that would explain why this loyal family man is suddenly willing to betray his own company and son. Let's dive deeper into Eric's health history, because this isn't the first time the show has toyed with his mortality. Back in 2023, Eric suffered a major health crisis. He was diagnosed with a terminal illness involving tremors and coughing up blood, which turned out to be related to a cerebral hemorrhage or something along those lines. The writers kept it a bit vague for dramatic effect. Donna Logan, Jennifer Garice, Eric's current love interest, was by his side, confiding in others about his heartbreaking condition. There were emotional scenes where the family rallied around him, thinking he might not make it. Ridge even designed a final collection with him, leading to a fashion showdown that had viewers on the edge of their seats. Miraculously, Eric pulled through after experimental treatments, but the experience left scars. Fans speculated then that lingering effects could resurface, and now in 2026, it seems like those chickens are coming home to roost. The article from Celebrating the Soaps, dated January 13, 2026, by Amanda Austin, poses the question directly: is Katie taking advantage of a confused old man? It points out that the Eric we know, the sharp, decisive leader who built an empire with Stephanie Forrester, would never jump ship to the competition. But if there's an underlying diagnosis like dementia, it changes everything. Dementia isn't just forgetfulness. It can alter judgment, lead to impulsive decisions, and make someone vulnerable to manipulation. Katie, having known Eric for decades, she was married to his son Bill Spencer and has ties through the family, should recognize if something's off. Is she ignoring red flags for the sake of her business ambitions? The spoiler teases a clandestine meeting, which already sounds shady. Katie doesn't want to pit Eric against Ridge, but Eric insists it's what he wants. Still, if his mind is compromised, can he truly consent to this alliance? This plotline echoes real-life issues in the fashion world and family businesses. Think about iconic designers like Yves Saint Laurent or Gianni Versace, whose health declines affected their empires. In soaps, health scares are a staple for character development. Remember Victor Newman's multiple deaths on The Young and the Restless? On B&B, Eric's story could be drawing from that tradition, using his diagnosis to explore themes of aging, legacy, and exploitation. Katie's role here is fascinating because she's not a villain, she's a survivor. Heather Tom has portrayed her with such nuance, from her vulnerable moments post-heart surgery to her fierce protectiveness over her son Will. But if she proceeds with this deal knowing Eric might not be fully aware, it could paint her in a darker light, sparking a feud with Donna, who knows about Eric's health hints from months ago. Speaking of Donna, she's in a tough spot. As Eric's partner, she's excited for Katie's new venture but understands Brooke's anger over the Logan trademark drama. Spoilers from the soap scoop indicate Donna will confide in others about Eric's potential issues, adding layers to the family divide. Imagine the scenes. Donna pleading with Katie to reconsider, Katie defending her actions as empowering the Logans, and Eric in the middle, confused but determined. This could lead to explosive confrontations at Forrester Creations, with Ridge accusing Katie of poaching and betrayal. Torsten K's Ridge is already on edge after forcing Eric's retirement. If he learns about a diagnosis, guilt could consume him, leading to a redemption arc or even a reconciliation with Brooke. Let's not forget the broader implications for the show. The Bold and the Beautiful has always balanced fashion glamour with personal drama, and this storyline amps up both. Katie's new fashion house could introduce new characters, maybe rival designers or investors, expanding the canvas. Eric joining her might mean crossover pitting Logan versus Forrester and ratings gold. But if the diagnosis is confirmed, it opens doors to emotional storylines about caregiving, mental health, and end-of-life decisions. Soaps have handled these topics before. General Hospital's Mike Corbin's Alzheimer's arc was poignant and educational. B&B could do the same, raising awareness while keeping the suds flowing. Fan reactions are pouring in across forums like soaps.com and Reddit. One user on soaps.com's message board asked, "How is this considered a betrayal?" pointing out that Eric was pushed out by Ridge, so why shouldn't he seek opportunities elsewhere? Others speculate Eric is a Trojan horse, pretending to join Katie only to sabotage her from within and help Ridge reclaim control. On Facebook groups dedicated to B&B spoilers, posts are buzzing with theories. Is Eric's confusion a plot device for a bigger reveal, like a misdiagnosis or even foul play? Some fans think Katie's innocence will be proven, turning her into a hero who helps Eric through his crisis. Then there are the shippers. Could this lead to a rekindled romance between Eric and Katie? Unlikely, given their history, but soaps love unexpected pairings. To expand on that, let's recall Eric's romantic timeline because it's integral to understanding his vulnerability. Eric was married to Stephanie Susan Flannery, 4 years, the iconic matriarch who defined the show. After her death, he had flings with Taylor Hayes, Quinn Fuller, and now Donna. Katie has been more of a daughter-in-law figure, but their shared history through Bill Spencer creates a bond. If Eric's diagnosis affects his memory, he might confuse past relationships, leading to awkward or tender moments. Imagine Eric mistaking Katie for a younger Brooke or even Stephanie. That would be soap opera gold, blending humor with heartbreak. Shifting gears, let's analyze Katie's motivations more closely. Katie has always been the moral compass of the Logan sisters, often calling out Brooke's indiscretions while dealing with her own. But ambition has changed her. After feeling disrespected at Forrester, she's channeling that into her new company. Spoilers from IMDb and YouTube channels like Soap Dirt suggest Katie might raid Forrester for talent, stealing not just Eric but possibly Hope Logan, Annika Noel, or even RJ Forrester, Joshua Hoffman. This could escalate the war with legal battles over trademarks and non-competes. Is Katie taking advantage? The article argues yes if she's ignoring Eric's off behavior. But perhaps she's genuinely believing in him, seeing his passion for design as a sign he's still sharp. Consider the age factor. Eric is in his 80s, John McCook is 81 as of 2026, and the show has addressed aging gracefully before. Retirement isn't for everyone. Many real-life elders thrive on work. But if dementia is involved, it flips the script. Symptoms like confusion, mood swings, and poor judgment fit Eric's recent actions. Impulsively joining the enemy after a lifetime of loyalty. Katie, as a friend, should encourage a medical checkup, not a business deal. This could lead to a storyline where the family intervenes, perhaps with a conservatorship battle, echoing real cases like Britney Spears. Let's talk about acting. John McCook deserves an Emmy for portraying Eric's decline. Subtle at first, then heart-wrenching. Heather Tom always brings depth to Katie, making her sympathetic even in questionable moments. The writing team, led by Brad Bell, has a knack for blending timeliness with timeless soap tropes. This storyline could run for months, with twists like a false positive diagnosis or Eric faking it for revenge. Expanding on past episodes, remember Eric's 2023 collapse? He was in a coma and the family had to decide on life support. It was intense, with prayers, flashbacks, and a miracle recovery. If this new diagnosis ties back, it adds continuity. Fans love when soaps reference history, like Eric's rivalry with Bill Spencer or his support for Katie during her health scares. In terms of YouTube content, channels like The Soap Scoop and Celeb Baby Laundry are already speculating. One video titled "Not So Fast." Eric gives Katie 2 conditions, suggests negotiations with stipulations, perhaps protecting Forrester secrets. Another, Katie is very surprised when this mysterious designer offered to help her, hints at Eric's pitch catching her off guard. To pad this out, since we're aiming for that epic length, let's imagine sample dialogue from upcoming episodes. Picture this. Katie and Eric in a dimly lit office. Eric says, "Katie, my dear, I've built empires before. Let me help you build yours." Katie hesitates, "But Ridge, your family?" Eric waves it off. "Family? They retired me like an old suit. It's time I follow my heart." Cut to Donna overhearing, tears in her eyes, knowing about the diagnosis. This reminds me of classic B&B moments, like the 1987 premiere where Eric and Stephanie's marriage crumbled under affairs. Or the 2010s when Eric married Quinn, shocking everyone. History repeats but with fresh spins. Fan theory time. What if the diagnosis is a red herring and Eric's confusion is from medication side effects? Or perhaps poisoning by a villain like Sheila Carter, who's always lurking. Sheila's return could tie in, using Eric's vulnerability for her schemes. On a lighter note, the fashion angle is exciting. Eric's designs for Katie could be groundbreaking, sustainable couture or tech-infused garments. Imagine runway shows with models like Ivy Forrester returning. As we wrap up this section, think about the ethical dilemma. Is it wrong to let an elder work if they want to, diagnosis or not? Soaps often mirror society, prompting discussions. Moving forward, let's explore how this affects Brooke and Ridge. Bridge. Brooke is torn between sisters, but her loyalty to Ridge means she'll side against Katie. This could strain her relationship with Hope, who might join Katie for her own line. In conclusion, this spoiler is a game changer. Eric's diagnosis raises stakes, questioning Katie's ethics. Will she take advantage or help him? Share your thoughts below. Like if you think Eric has dementia, comment predictions. Thanks for watching this marathon breakdown. I'll do a live Q&A. Subscribe, like, share. See you next time for more B&B spoilers. Peace out.